Students. Good morning, students. In the earlier lesson, we have learned that science curriculum posed challenges for the science teacher. Science is a social enterprise changing continuously over time. A shift has occurred in our view of teaching learning process. Now we consider learner at the center stage. At present, education is undergoing a paradigm shift from the traditional classroom to the e-classroom and to the virtual classroom. In 21st century, learner must demonstrate critical thinking, creative thinking, and reflective thinking by working collaboratively. In this globalization, electronic age and ICT, learner is influenced in many ways. So, as a teacher educator, we must look at pedagogy from this perspective. What is pedagogy? Pedagogy deals with the strategies of teaching learning process and organizing learning experiences in the light of the learner's preconceptions. While doing so, the teacher must understand the diversity and transact the present curriculum relating to the learner's preconception. Here, the voice of the learners and their questions in the form of argumentation, justification, synthesis, and analysis is valued, which means inquiring science is taking place in a collaborative manner. Thus, we need to understand the learning and the learners in the classroom. Pedagogical shift. Pedagogy deals with learning and knowledge where teachers must understand learning both as a process and a product. It also deals with teaching and learning process of learners. So we need to understand the nature of teaching and learning. Nature of teaching and learning. Thus, teaching learning is a collaborative process where teachers act like a student and student acts like a teacher so that teacher and learner share their knowledge with each other. The change in our point of view about teaching learning process, assessment, curriculum, and other aspects related to pedagogy in the light of 21st century is known as pedagogical shift. Now let us see how the pedagogical shift has occurred in terms of knowledge. Pedagogy deals with constructing knowledge through diverse learning strategies by considering the previous experiences of the learner, social, cultural, economic background of the learners, along with content knowledge affect pedagogical practices. Now, the purpose of studying science is not mere acquiring scientific knowledge, but construction of scientific knowledge. By construction, we mean how to do things scientifically with the active involvement of the learners. It also includes the critical examination of the concepts and thinking by the learners. The shift in the pedagogy of knowledge occurred from fixed body of knowledge to the process of constructing knowledge. The various dimensions of this pedagogical shift in knowledge are the nature of science, nature of knowledge, learners, learning and teachers, assessment, science curriculum, scientific method, and scientific inquiry, besides the critical pedagogy, approaches to planning, inclusive education. Let us see the pedagogical shift in terms of nature of science. The method of science and the scientific approach have similarities with the knowledge, with the scientific enterprise. Scientific approach seeks explanations with the support of empirical evidences. The testing of the result is in terms of the efficacy of nature. We now recognize that knowledge is science is tentative and it is subjective, which is influenced by the socio-cultural factors and creativity, observation, and inferences drawn from the scientist's own perspective. Thus, it is affected by the contemporary developments in the related fields where the scientists create new ideas when they change their conceptual basis. Hence, a teacher needs to understand how knowledge is constructed over time, the method used to validate that knowledge, and the place of science in society. Now, let us see the pedagogical shift in the knowledge. Our understanding about knowledge is shifted from knowledge as static entity to a dynamic entity. We recognize that learning is something done by learners and it is not imposed from outside. Hence, the knowledge is acquired through the experiences organized through language into structures of concepts and creating meaning to help learners understand the world. Thus, the scientific knowledge is in the form of conceptual structures which the learners model to describe them. Scientific knowledge is subject to change, and its modification is not an end product in scientific inquiry. Teaching learning process involves the achievement of results and how we arrive at the understanding of the concepts. Learners' knowledge is both personal and individual, which is constructed through interactions with the physical world in socio-cultural settings and also in linguistic environments. In this context, teacher is a facilitator of learning. Now let us see how the scientific knowledge is grown over a period of time. Scientific endeavor begins with observations which lead to the data. Based on the interpretation of this data, we arrive at the concepts, assumptions, and the inquiry process. The inquiry process, along with its elements, leads to the growth of scientific knowledge. However, the inquiry process, along with its elements, when changes, results in new knowledge. This results in our better understanding of the world around us. Then also, it results in new knowledge. Now, let's see the pedagogical shift in the knowledge with an example. The concept is evolution. We know that Earth has a long history. In the 18th century, this idea has lot of implications, while in 19th century, many scientists sought evidence of the evolving life. In this context, geologists and biologists had a debate over organic evolution. Charles Darwin published Origin of Species through natural selection in 1859. This evinced a lot of interest among his contemporary scientists. We observe mainly two leading threads. Firstly, agriculture and medicine preoccupations. Secondly, the passionate controversy of organic evolution, which resulted in geology and natural history. Lamarck in 1809 postulated the laws of inheritance. William Smith, a canal maker, described that strata of Earth lay in one invariable series. Lyell's principles discussed on fixity of species, where a whole new flora and fauna was created at every geological age and had become extinct in its turn. Now we understand that evolution is a social force which resulted through geological and biological observations. Further, the historical element is added to bridge the natural and human studies. This also links natural sciences and social sciences, which is considered as the social effect of industrial revolution. Mendel's laws of heredity were rediscovered, and in its light, Peterson in 1894 observed sharp variations in the species which are significant in the evolutionary timeline. Further, De Vries in 1901 discovered mutations to explain the evolutionary process. In the 20th century, we understand the mode of evolution in terms of how and why new forms came into existence, when and where they did. The neo Mendelists explained the evolution process by mutation and natural selection. Mathematical biologists such as Fisher and Haldane have explained that the new species is a result of two non interbreeding species. Vitalist philosophers opined that the life force generated organisms. Biochemists of the 20th century, such as Oparin and Haldane, have demonstrated the generation of life through experiments. They have discovered the pluro-pneumono like organisms, PPLO, pluro-pneumonio-like organisms. Thus, we see evolution as a process that was going on all the time, and it is still going on, and it spelled competition and led to progress. And ultimately, biology has been invoked in social theory. From the above discussion, we understand that a concept like evolution, which we as biologists opine that it is developed by the school of biologists, but many social scientists, geologists, canal makers, philosophers, and others have contributed to the growth of scientific concept, the evolution. In summary, I conclude that pedagogy deals with the strategies of teaching and learning and the preconceptions of the learner in a learning situation. A shift in our understanding of the teaching learning process occurred in 21st century. This pedagogical shift has taken place with respect to nature of science and knowledge. Scientific knowledge is in the form of conceptual structures which the learners must understand through interaction in a socio-cultural setting. Knowledge is tentative and is dynamic. Scientific knowledge grows with the ideas of the scientists whose competence in related fields provide better understanding of the concepts at hand. Scientific knowledge is a social enterprise, which means that many of them contribute to our understanding of science, resulting in many concepts. Evolution is one such concept, which is the result of not just biologists but by the least expected mathematicians, philosophers, and canal makers also. So, we have learned today about what is pedagogy, what is pedagogical shift, and pedagogical shift in related to the knowledge and the growth of scientific knowledge with respect to an example from biology evolution. Thank you.